and welcome to today's practice. Today I have prepared a sequence for athletes, especially for runners and cyclists. We get hamstring tightness and we get lower back tightness, so we're going to be concentrating on those areas of the leg stretch and the lower back. Thank you for joining me, and set up your space in a place where you won't be disturbed for the next 40 to 60 minutes. Please enjoy yourself and have fun. Let's get started. Namaste. Okay, so we're gonna start today having the feet open a little bit wider apart, and the hands support your upper back, your upper body. The fingertips are pointing forward, and we're gonna take a nice big breath in and then lift the hips up towards the sky, opening up through the chest, taking a nice big breath in here and out. One more big breath in and out. Release the hips down, and we're gonna let the knees fall from side to side. Gentle movements, taking a little bit of time pressing both legs down to the earth. And then letting both knees fall towards the right side. We're gonna pick up the left hand and then turn the right fingertips towards the back. Lengthen the left fingertips straight back, creating here an opening between your knees that are pressing towards the ground and the fingertips. The right hand is pressing towards the ground again. And here we're gonna open the left arm back towards the left side, opening the chest towards the sky. The right elbow bends a little bit, opening the chest here. Take one more breath. And exhale, release, coming back to the center. And then we're gonna let both knees fall towards the left. Same thing here. The left hand turns, the fingertips turns toward the back. The right hand points straight back, reach straight back at first. Long breath in, pressing towards that right knee towards the earth. And then the left hand presses as well to the earth. And we're gonna open the right arm to the right side, opening the chest towards the sky. And then slowly returning back. Extending the leg in front of you. Press the toes towards you. Take a nice big breath in. The hands come alongside your hips. Get your spine to become nice and long here. Take a nice big breath in. And out, settling into the pose. Keep pressing the toes towards you, activating the calf muscles, activating the thighs, the quads. Inhale, lift the arms up, and exhale. We're gonna bend the knees a lot, and then let your upper body relax forward in a very relaxed manner here. Letting the arms relax where they come to, and then letting the arms and the hand, the shoulders and the head relax forward. The toes, they still slightly pressing towards the crown of the head, even though the knee is nice and relaxed. And even if we don't go quite far, we just stay here, that's totally okay. Honoring and respecting your body where you are, And just start getting into the stretch in the back of the leg and then settling in here. Good, and then slowly rolling up. We're gonna take a hold of the right toes and then extend that right leg. Even if we feel a little tight here in the hamstring, we can keep a micro bend in that right knee, but keep here the breath and then balancing on the sitting bones, keeping the spine nice and long. Relax the shoulders down. And we're gonna grab the right foot with the left hand and then extend the right hand back. You're welcome to bend that front knee here a little to create that spinal twist. Or if you feel comfortable, you can also extend that right leg to get into that stretch of the IT band and the sciatic nerve. Good. And then come back to the center. That right foot comes back to the earth. We're gonna lengthen and extend the right arm up. And then exhale, bow forward over the leg. And here the hips, the right hip floats a little bit and the weight comes towards the left hip, and that's totally okay. It's a natural thing that happens here. Same thing here, the hands come down, and then this time we're gonna work on lengthening the spine a little bit more. And in inhalation, getting your crown of the head to grow in the opposite direction than your tailbone. And then exhale, using the emptying of the lungs, the emptying of the diaphragm to release it down a little more to the pose. Inhalation, lengthening through the spine. And exhale, coming in a little bit deeper here. If that's available for you and you like to try, you can wrap that right arm around the right leg and then place it towards the right pocket. And then we're gonna cross the left hand around towards that same right pocket, maybe meeting the fingertips here. Maybe if it's not available for you to meet the fingertips, you can take a hold of your clothing or take a cloth or a strap to make that bind if you like. Take a nice big breath in, lengthening through the spine, and exhale, again releasing forward with or without the bind. And releasing the bind. We're gonna bring the right foot in the left inner thigh. Place the right hand back, pointing the right fingertips towards the back of the room. The left hand comes in front of you. We're gonna do a halo here and then bring that left arm across and up over the head. And at the same time, the left toes come down. So we're lifting the left hand back to creating the opening and pointing the left toes down. So from the left fingertips to the left toe, there's a big opening here, an arch that we're creating. And we're gonna bring the left shoulder even a little bit more towards the left side, opening that space in the chest towards the sky. One more breath. And exhale, lower down. Extend the legs in front of you. Extend the arms above your head. And then in the exhale, bowing forward over the leg. This time trying to keep a little bit more of a length, but without forcing too much. If you need to keep a micro bend, you're welcome to do so. Getting the spine nice and long in the inhalation. And exhale, bowing a little bit more. Inhale, lengthening. And exhale, settling in a little bit more to that pose, relaxing the neck, the shoulder, and everything forward. Now letting everything round forward. Doesn't matter how far you go here. It's just about relaxing here. You can relax the head, relax the shoulder, relax everything. Good. And then slowly returning the hands back to you. And we're gonna take a hold of the left foot and then extend it in front as much as you can, lengthening that left leg. If you need to keep a micro bend, welcome to do so. Relax the shoulders down and away from the ear. No tension in the jaw, no tension in the shoulder. Big breath in. Full breath out, maybe extending a little bit more through the legs, sending the heel away from you and the toes towards you. And then keeping the right hand holding, we're gonna extend the left hand back, balancing on the sitting bones, getting nice and tall through the spine. And then opening that left arm back. You're welcome to bend that left knee if necessary here. And extend the arms far back. Slowly returning to the center. The left foot plants down. Inhalation, lift the arms up. Getting nice and long here, changing the weight towards that right sitting bone, letting the left sit bone become light, and then bow forward, letting the hands come back. Again, doesn't really matter how far you go, but here we're trying to work on getting the spine a little longer in the inhalation, and in the exhalation, allowing that emptying of the belly, of the lung, bring you a little bit closer down. And even if it's just an intention, honoring your body, big breath in, lengthening from tailbone to crown of the head, nice and long. And exhale, bowing a little more or staying where you are. If you like, you can wrap the left arm around the left leg towards that left pocket, and also cross the right hand towards the left pocket. Again, using a strap if you like, or taking a bind if that's available. Take a nice big breath and keep working with your breath, relaxing forward in each out breath. Really getting into the stretch of the back of the leg. Releasing those tight muscles that we get when we are training, cycling, running. We tend to compact the muscles, and this is really good to release. Slowly rising back up. And we're gonna bring the left foot in the inner part of the right thigh. Place the left hand behind, fingertips pointing back, in a distance where you can lean back, and then halo the right hand towards the left side, toes towards the ground, and reach back, lengthening a big long line from fingertips to the toes. The toes are pointing down to the earth. And maybe even here, spinning that right shoulder towards the right side, opening a little bit more towards the right. And then slowly lower back down. Bring both feet in extended, the leg extended in front of you. Take a nice big breath in, reach up, and exhale one more time, fold forward over the leg. we're gonna cross the legs, press the hands in front of you, untuck the toes, lift the hips back and up for a down dog. And then paddle through the feet, move here from side to side, generous bend in one knee. And then changing sides, generous bend in the other knee, paddling your feet. And we're gonna take a generous bend, a big bend on the right knee, and then press through the hands and send the hips back and up, and then lengthening, keeping a length on that left leg, breathing through the back of that leg. Inhale, lift the right leg up. And then in the exhale, we're gonna step the right foot in between the hands, landing on a low lunge foundation. Settling in here, lower the left knee down, untuck that back toe, keeping the left hand grounded, lift through the right side here. The left hand is right under your shoulders in that alignment, and then we lengthen the right hand up in alignment also with the left hand. Take a nice big breath to find a big space across your chest, across the arms. One more breath. And then lower the hands down to the earth. Good, and we're gonna step back again into a down dog. Paddle through the feet, move the body around. Maybe give it a little release to the neck and shoulders by moving the head. And come back to a center alignment for your down dog. Generous bend in the left. Stretching through the right side. Sending the tailbone up at the same time that we're pressing through the hands here. And release. Inhale, lift the left leg up. Exhale, step the left foot in between the hands, lowering the right knee down gently to the earth. Untuck the back toes. Finding here a low lunge foundation. Keeping the right hand planted down. The heels of the hands are down to the earth. And then we're gonna inhale, lift the left. And we're gonna inhale, lift the left arm up to the sky. As if you're setting up the sails for your boat, lifting up and opening up through that top fingertips. One more breath. And then exhale, frame through the front foot. We're gonna step back into a down dog and then walk the hands back towards your feet. Inhalation, halfway lift, long spine from tailbone to crown of the head. Exhale, fold forward over the leg. And then bending the knees generously, and then bending the knee a lot. Letting the thigh release to the chest, release to the thigh. The chest release to the thigh. And then interlace the fingers behind your back. Release the head forward. Release the neck and the shoulder. Let everything hang here. And we're going to release the arms. Keep the hips down, keep the knees bent, lift the arms up, tuck the tailbone in, tuck the belly button in so the spine is long. Exhale, fold forward, interlace the fingers, relax the head, relax the arm. Inhale, sit down to the imaginary chair, tailbone towards the back of your mat, towards the back of the room. Inhale, uplifting through the chest, as if you have a shine, a light that you want to shine up. Exhale, settle forward, interlace the fingers. One more time here. Inhale, sitting down towards that chair, bending the knees a lot. The chest uplifts, the shoulders is relaxed, but the arms and the hands shine forward and up. Exhale, fold forward, walk the hands forward into a forward fold, into a down dog again. And then inhale, lift the right leg up. Good. Pressing through the hands, getting super long from your fingertips all the way to your toes. And then we're gonna bring that right hip in alignment with the left. And then flex that right toe. And then point the right toe. Bring the knee towards your chest. And then keeping a bend in the knee, send the toe up to the sky. And then bring the knee back to your chest. Keeping the bend in the knee, send the toe up to the sky. Step the right foot in between the hands. High lunge foundation, high on the balls of that back foot. And then taking a nice big breath in to rise up. If you need to make a stable foundation by creating a little bit more opening here between the back foot and the front foot at hip distance apart, it's a good measure. Take a nice big breath in. And exhale, settle in through that front knee, bend the arms, opening the elbows wide to a cactus arm, look up. Inhale, lengthen through that front leg, reach up, getting super nice and long here in all directions. And then keeping the back leg activated, we're gonna bend through the front knee. So the back leg remains activated. And then bend the elbows at shoulder height, maybe look up. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, settle in. Frame the front foot, step back into a down dog. Pedal through the feet. Move the body around. Inhale, lift both heels from the ground, lifting the heels high. And then wave the body forward, stacking the shoulders over your wrists. Plank pose. Exhale, pressing the heels back and down towards the earth. The toes lift out from the ground. Inhale, coming, waving forward towards the toes, waving the shoulders forward, and then coming to a plank. Exhale, moving back, sending the tailbone back, sending the heels back towards the earth. Big breath in through the nose and out through an open mouth. Again, big breath in through your nose. Exhale through an open mouth. One more. Releasing everything that we have stored in the body, in the lungs, in the muscles. Inhale, lift the left leg up high. And then point the toes up towards the sky. And then we're going to bring the hip in alignment. And then send the back heel, the left heel up to the sky, even though the hip is in alignment. Big breath in, and then bend the knee, bringing the knee towards your forehead. Inhale, send the toes up, keeping that left knee bent, keeping the hip square. Exhale, bringing the knee towards your forehead. Inhale, sending back and up. And then we're going to step that left foot in between the hands, establish a grounded foundation with wide base, rising up to high lunge. Very good. Settling in here to your high lunge, bending that front knee, sinking in, relaxing the shoulders, activating the back leg. Take another big breath in. And then exhale, opening the shoulders wide, opening the hands in, flaring the fingers, cactus arm, shoulders down. Inhale, lengthening through that front leg, reaching up, big stretch. Exhale, and through all of that, we keep that back heel nice and lifted from the ground. Exhale, sinking in. Inhale, lift up high and tall. One more, sinking into this opening in the chest, looking up if that's available for you. Inhale, open. Exhale, frame the front foot, stepping back into a down dog one more time. Resting here on your down dog, taking 5 deep breaths here. You're welcome to come to your child's pose here or any time in the practice. Child's pose is always there, is always available. It's a grounding, relaxing pose that you can restore. And activating your fingertips. If your hands are alongside your body, bringing your hands in front of you. Tuck the toes. Lift the hips back and up. And start walking the hands back towards your feet one more time for a forward fold in the back of the mat. Release the head, the neck, and the shoulder. And then here we're going to open the feet a little wider and come to a squatting pose. Settling into your squat, gentle movements from side to side. And then as we open the right knee to the back, we're gonna place gently the right hand towards that right knee and gently press it open. And then same thing in the other side. Pressing the left hand in the left inner thigh and gently pressing to open. One more on each side. And then coming back to the center, I'm gonna settle into a squat pose. This pose is very, very important for the health of your body. It's a pose that we have lost, but we used to use it a lot. And it's very important for the health of your belly, for your inner organs, for your intestines, for your hips, and especially for the hips when we do lots of sports like cycling and running, because we start to tighten up those areas, and that the tightening of the hips can affect the health of your lower back. It starts wrapping up your psoas, in your sciatic nerves, and everything becomes compressed there. So it's super important to get nice opening on the hips and releasing of the tight muscles there. Take a nice big breath in. We're gonna slide the elbows towards the knees, pressing gently in the inner part, and then placing the thumbs towards your heart as well, uplifting through the sternum, lowering down your tailbone, your sitting bones point towards the earth, crown of the head towards the sky. Big breath in through the nose, out through an open mouth, in through the nose, out through an open mouth, in through the nose. One more time. Big breath. Open mouth, release. Welcome to stay here. If this pose is too challenging, you can always place a couple books stacked up here under your hips. You can place a couple books under your, or a block under your heels to stay a little bit higher. And then coming back to your squatting pose of your choice, we're gonna reach the right hand to the right side. And then lift the left arm up to the sky. You might want to wrap your right arm around the right leg if that's available and you like to deepen a little here into this pose. And then the left arm also wraps around towards that right pocket. And the eye gaze goes up towards the sky. One more breath here. Back to the center. Bring your hands back to your heart center. Extending the left arm to the left side. Lifting the right arm up to the sky. And we're gonna wrap. You're welcome to stay here, breathing and opening. Or you're also welcome to wrap the left arm around the left leg and then wrap that right arm around towards the left pocket, towards the left fingertips if that's available. Big breath and out. And again, big breath in and out. And then release. We're gonna sit back down into your sitting bones with the help of the hands, and then extend the legs wide here. Placing the hands right in front of you. I'm gonna imagine here that your pelvis area is a bowl, and we are trying to tip the liquid of that bowl towards the front. So we're gonna rock on the sitting bones back, keeping the spine nice and long, and then rock it forward, tipping the pelvis forward. Inhale, rock it back. Exhale, rocking forward. Couple more breaths here. Inhalation, rocking back. Exhale, rocking forward. Inhale, rock it back. And then exhale, bringing the bow to tip forward, and then bring the hands in front of you. Big breath in. Lengthening from crown of the head to the tailbone. Welcome to stay here if that's where you're at today. And again, where you're at is always a place to be honored. But it's also not a place that's fixed. It's not a place that is stuck. We can always, with awareness, with breath, with love and kindness, play with the malleability of that edge. So the breath is always where it takes us to change that edge. Big breaths in, lengthening through the spine, and working through the breath, and the out breath slowly coming forward, even if it's just through an intention. Giving time here for your body to adjust, and if you feel that your body is starting to contract, your muscles are starting to contract and fight back, you can always come back a little bit and go slowly again with the breath. Toes slightly towards you, settling in, relaxing to the pose. If you have a little bit more flexibility and you want to go forward, you can come all the way down. But again, going with the breath and slowly. And then slowly breath in, reach up. Exhale, the right hand comes to the right thigh or to the floor, right in the inner part of your thigh. Taking a nice big breath in, lengthening through that left side. And then exhale, leaning towards the right. The toes come up and gently press towards you. Long breaths. Spinning that top shoulder open towards the back, opening up, maybe looking up to the sky. Inhale, come back to the center, and then exhale, bring the hands down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, the left hand comes towards the thigh. Inhale, lengthening through that whole right side, the side body of reaching towards the fingertips, toes reach towards the crown of your head. Inhale, come back to the center, and we're gonna bring the feet together, Baddha Konasana. Bring the hands into your feet. Take a nice breath, big breath in, lifting both knees towards your shoulder. Rounding the spine a little bit, chin to the chest. Extra breath here. Inhale, lower the knees down to the earth. Press it down to the earth. Lift up and lengthen your spine. Gentle pressure of the knee down and spine upright. Exhale, bringing the knee towards your shoulders, rounding in, caving in. Inhale, shoulders and knees press down to the earth, and then we lengthen through the spine. Very good. Extend both legs in front of you. Take a nice big breath in, reach up. And exhale, fold forward over the leg. One last time, releasing the head forward, this time in a very relaxed approach, releasing the head, releasing the neck, releasing the shoulder. Good, and then rolling up. And we're gonna bring the right foot back and bringing the right foot close to your sitting bones, and then aligning both knees close to each other. And then we're gonna press the right hand back, lean back, and then left hand back, lean back, getting a stretch through the quads, bending the elbows here a little bit to deepen that stretch. If you have knee problem, or if you had knee surgery, don't do this pose. And then we're gonna bring the left foot back towards the side of the left hip, lower that left hip down, and press the hands back a couple inches from your body, honoring your body. Anytime that there is a little discomfort, it's okay. But if any time that there is pain, it's your body letting you know that you're going a little too far, and it's the best friend we have to keep ourselves from injuring, to listening to that thermometer of what is your body telling you, that connection between knowing what your body is, the indications that what your body is giving to you. A lot of the times when we feel pain, we don't want to feel pain, so we numb it with a painkiller, and that cuts that connection where the body can indicate to us and can give us hints of what is going on inside. So we're gonna bring here both legs towards the right side and cross the left hand towards the right thigh, and then bring the right hand behind, maybe crossing the right hand towards the left pocket. And change sides. Extend the legs in front. Both legs come towards the left side. And then we align here where that right hip can go down a little bit. And we bring both feet closer in, but with space to go down. And then placing the right hand on the left thigh and turning on your center axis here of the spine, letting your spine grow tall even though there is a twist action happening. And then slowly unwinding. Bring the feet back to the center. And for this next pose, we're gonna use a block. And for this next pose, we're gonna use a block, the help of a block. So we're gonna sit on the block, or you can use books as well. Good. And then we're gonna do that same forward fold with the block, sitting your sitting bones close to the edge of the block, but in a position that when you roll forward, you still have your sitting bones on the block. Nice big breath in, reach up. And exhale, roll, release forward. Going just as far as you can to keep a nice long spine. It's not really the goal here to get your nose to the thighs, to the shin. It's more to get your spine nice and long and getting a stretch through the back of the entire leg. Keeping the block under, we're gonna have one feet come back, and we are on the top of the feet is touching the ground, the tops of the foot, of the right foot, and then we're gonna bring the left foot back as well, and bring the top of the left foot on the ground. If you like, you can remove the block and having your sitting bones come all the way down to the earth. Again, don't do this pose if you have knee injury or have had knee surgery. If this feels too intense, again, put the block back. And we're gonna do the same thing here. Lean back into the hands and get a stretch there on the quads. And if for you it doesn't feel a stretch here, like for me it doesn't, lower down to the earth. Bring your knees a little closer together, and then come to your hands. Maybe come to the elbows if that's available for you. And then slowly come back up. Walk the hands forward. Cross the legs, uncross, come back to the center. Find a seating pose here. Big breath in, reach the arms up. Exhale, right hand comes down, left arm reaches up, lengthening through that right side, and then bowing towards the left, keeping both sitting bones seated and grounded. Inhale, center, lift up. Exhale, right hand comes down, lengthening through the left side, and then reaching towards the right. Inhale, center, and then we're gonna roll the shoulders, release, and relax in the out breath. Big shoulder roll, circling the shoulder forward and up, and then lowering back and down. 2 more breaths here. And then let the chin comes down to the chest and make a big circle all the way around, releasing the tension in the neck and shoulder. Change direction. And then coming back to the center, we're going to lay on our backs. Lift the legs up, extend the arms alongside your body, and then press the toes towards you. Relax the shoulders down, relax the neck. Couple more breaths here, reversing the blood flow, letting your body and your heart receive a well-deserved rest from all that pumping of the blood down to the legs. And then bending the right knee, bringing towards your chest, extend the left leg in front of you. Inhale, lengthen the right leg, take a hold at the leg, at the calf, at the foot or the toes, but making sure that to do that, we're not lifting the shoulders and then tensing the neck. We keep the hands in a place where your shoulders and neck can stay relaxed, even though we're getting a stretch here in the back of the leg. Release the right leg down. Bring the left knee towards your chest. And extend that left leg up. Taking a hold. And then releasing the neck and shoulder. Breathing. 2 sensations. Consciously releasing the tension in the leg. Release and soften the knee. Bring both knees to your chest. Happy baby pose, holding the outside edges of the feet. You can either wrap it from the inside and open to the outside edges, or you can also hold the heels from the inside. Releasing the shoulders down, letting the knee come towards your shoulder, but without lifting up the lower back, keeping the lower back nice and relaxed, and also keeping the shoulder and the neck nice and relaxed. And maybe turning the head from side to side, releasing any tension there. And then taking a couple movements here from side to side, letting that happy baby be super happy and have lots of fun here, discovering the body, playing around. Good. Bringing your knees back to your chest. We're gonna get one big stretch, stretching out the whole entire body on the ground. And exhale, release it, relax the muscles. Inhale, one more big stretch. And then exhale, release everything. Open the feet as wide as your mat. Let your arms rest alongside your body. Shoulders open and down. Feet fall to the side gently. Making sure here you're super comfortable for your final resting pose. Making adjustments to feel super at ease with your body. And letting yourself stay here for at least from 5 to 10 minutes to complete your practice. And to give your body time and space to properly heal, take care of itself. Trusting and knowing that your body carries this higher intelligence that knows and takes care of you, even when we don't need to, or we're not placing any effort or intention or attention to what it's doing. Staying here as long as you would like. Thank you for joining me today. Namaste. Thank you for joining me for this practice today.